vortex. I had to change the CD again. Do y'all like old school Fleetwood Mac? It really is the best one. Women tend to ruin everything. Looks so artistic, doesn't it? That's because of my deceased cat. This is the reason why he's deceased. It's because he'd chew up my clothes. He got what he deserved. I'm kidding, that's not what I wanted. I was very upset when I found him dead next to the washing machine. Okay? Nobody wants to go out that way. I can't believe it's been like a year and a half since that happened. Time is going so fast. And you know, a lot of people have mentioned this, like, oh yeah, things are moving at a rapid rate. That's crazy, man. It's like, yeah, we try to warn you about this shit. Like, it's not just technical. Like, whatever's technological is going to be psychological. Because I think that technology impacts the way that we function. For multiple reasons. I know, like, it's kind of an unnecessary statement to make, right? Like, why would I feel the need to say that? Well, because people think that they can use it and there aren't consequences for that. I don't think that this is normal. You know, like, if people are depressed, if they're depressed or they're anxious or paranoid, it's probably with good reason. But that's really politically incorrect to say that maybe you're right to not be comfortable, you're right to be disturbed by what's happening. There's nothing wrong with you for being concerned about the future. There's nothing wrong with you for being bothered by the way that things are right now. You know? But anyway. I guess I'm gonna play some fucking music, huh? I guess that's what we gonna do. Dude, I actually played better piano last night than I've played in front of people, like, ever. I still didn't know what I was doing. But I had jokes that I was gonna do. Like, for those of you that don't know, I do stand-up comedy. In case you can't tell by my self-righteousness and narcissism, because that is a huge part of it. Yeah, I did it last night, and I did really well. I was told I was the best one, but I don't think that means anything. And I'm not saying that I'm not grateful to have the opportunity to do what I'm doing and be able to impact people. It's a beautiful thing. But I'm saying it really doesn't mean anything to be the best because, well, art is subjective based on the viewer. And I know that like the weirdos get me, the artists get me, really good comedians get me. The sheep are disturbed. The sheep don't understand, and that's fine. But like, I'm saying people are so grossly uncreative right now because of technology having a significant impact on their psychological health, that's why it doesn't mean anything for people to be like, you're the best one. Because I'm like, well, I think that I'm one of the few people that not only acknowledges how dangerous this stuff is, but acts like I know how dangerous this stuff is, because it's like people want to say, yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. It's making everything terrible. And they just keep scrolling. And it's like saying, yeah, I know I'm an alcoholic. Glug, glug, glug. Yeah, I know that my liver is begging me to quit. Glug, glug, glug. I know that I'm going to die pretty soon. Glug, glug, glug. You know? It's like the same shit. Only on a universal level, man. Just the apathy is insane to me, man. I just read another article though. I saved it, so I'll leave a link to the article. I think I need to do that more. I need to pretend that I'm an actual YouTuber that leaves links to things that I believe in. Because I always talk about the research that I do, and I don't ever leave links so that other people understand why I'm so crazy. Okay, so okay, is that a little bit better? Slightly better. But yeah, I read this article about how medications change your personality in not such a good way, and this information actually comes from a psychiatrist that works in a psychiatric hospital. Okay, so I think the psychiatrist, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's because like the world is becoming more conscious of a lot of things, and maybe psychiatrists are trying to cover their tracks and act like they had no idea that the whole time that they've been prescribing antipsychotics and antidepressants, that those things were not actually positive, and they did not have the prognosis that the data suggested, because the data was paid for by pharmaceutical companies. Okay, but yeah, this article is talking about how all these men wanted to like kill their wives because they were on like medication that lowered their cholesterol. And then of course they talked about the SSRIs, and it talked about how dangerous they are. So yeah, that information's out there if you want it. That information's out there if you're willing to look for it. But unfortunately most people aren't, and they're not willing to go to page 10 of Google. It's not like Google is like censoring information that much. It's just that the sheep don't want to read more, you know? And that's not necessarily their fault. They're just not wired to like really read between the lines, or like think outside the box, or question anything, and like the validity of people that are paid for by pharmaceutical companies, you know? Like, people just don't think like a conspiracy theorist, you know? Because to ask a question, I don't know why this is, but for whatever reason, to ask a question makes you a lunatic.